Access granted.
You must have done something, Jensen. 4 of our GPL signals just popped up, including yours. Koss, Colvin, Faraday. I'm not picking up Dr. Reed.
Send me the coordinates you do have. And Pritchard, tell Sarif.
I can't. While you were incommunicado, Mr. Darrow invited him, Bill Taggart, and the UN delegates to Panchaea. They're halfway to the Arctic by now.
Great.
So this is the antenna I was talking about a bit earlier. We had a lot of problem actually with the players actually understanding what the antenna was, because we talked about it in the first briefer, but people didn't necessarily make the connection with the visual. So we ended up adding another location where it can be disabled from, and it is from the barracks.
Yeah, because you can go and climb on the ladder itself, the antenna itself, disable it from here.
Yep.
Or go in the barracks, and there's another spot where we
Yes.
can disable it remotely.
And we also had to add a map of the compound inside the barracks, because we couldn't give a window on the antenna. It would allow you to see the antenna from the barracks, but again, for mostly streaming and memory constraint, we had to add an actual map of the compound.
So all that because of T-Bone, right?
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
Access granted.
So now we're in the microgen lab, and actually as we get there, there's something different in terms of challenge, because if you have noticed by playing the game until now, most of the challenges are happening on the horizontal plane. And our lead level designer, René Martin Posé, really wanted us to change the pace a bit and try to go for a little bit more of the vertical plane challenges and everything. And that with the art and the style of the slab, we could really take advantage of it and create one of the very few zones in the game that have some vertical gameplay.
I do not have a confirmation yet! Hostiles! Where's our target? I need suppression fire! You bastard! Here! Suppression fire! Where are you going? Die! Confirm sighting? Anyone got him? Stand down. He got away, but stay alert.
Damn, not here.
I've got a possible
Lost. I'll be ready if he tries again.
Searching next grid.
10-4. Damn, not here.
Do not have confirmation yet. Double time! Move on position! Take the call. Take the call. Open wide! Engage!
hell is this guy?
So this doctor, this scientist at Seraph is, again, another good voice actor story because I'm not sure if you recognize this voice yet, but this is Alex Ivanovich, who also plays Ari Van Bruggen in the game. And again, also, you'll hear him later as some of the crazies in the Omega Ranch.
He's definitely one of my favorite characters. I'm glad Mary mentioned earlier that his role as Van Bruggen, we had a hard time casting that because for me personally, I remember they wanted a Dutch accent, and I did a lot of research, and there wasn't, I don't want to offend any Dutch people, wasn't to say it wasn't interesting, but it wasn't, it didn't really allow us to have fun with the character and give him sort of like a bit of a quirky sort of side, and we liked that he was a hacker and everything, so we kind of said, okay, well, we can't really incorporate the Dutch accent in where it's working for us, so we gave him a bit of free reign, and we gave him, like Mary already mentioned, the Gary Oldman True Romance reference, and he came up with something that was totally original, and we really loved it. He did such an amazing job. My only disappointment is that we didn't have time on the character side to give him a unique character that suited the voice, and instead he ended up being kind of normal looking.
Yeah, and what I love in this is that this scientist is so meek and so you really feel like my heart goes out to this guy. He's so scared, and he did such a great job.
It shows the
bringing
range
that
that
to
he
life.
has.
But if we come back to those scientists like that, what also for me, like for at least for once, I mean, you have Pritchard that helps Jensen throughout the game, but it's more kind of a psychological help. And now getting the feeling that those scientists are kind of taking a part of what you have to do to save Megan and save them.
They're being proactive on saving themselves as opposed to help me, Adam.
Exactly.
At least to a certain extent, it probably helped us all stay alive. But now with Dr. Shevchenko, I guess we've all become expendable. Except for Dr. Reed, I suppose.
Why do you say that?
It's more of a general feeling, I guess. Back in Detroit, we all realized that we were on the verge of something groundbreaking. And here, well, everyone seems to view her research as crucial in some way.
That might explain why she's being held in a secured area.
Possibly. I'm just glad we're going home. It's kind of hard to believe.
I haven't been able to locate Dr. Colvin yet. Any idea where she might be?
Yes, I think. For a while, Nia used to work on this floor, but she can be rather headstrong. And I think the guards were afraid she'd try to talk to me. They moved her to a more isolated lab on the second floor of the building. I'm sure it's locked, though, so you'll have to find another way in.
Sit tight, Dr. Koss. When you feel a vibration from your GPL, set off that distraction. That'll be the signal.
I will. Good luck, Mr. Jensen. And hurry.
Get the hell out. This lab is off limits to you people.
Nice to see you too, Dr. Goldman.
What? Wait a second. I know you. You were Seraph's security guy. Way to protect our asses.
Hey, check the attitude, Doc. I nearly died trying to save you.
Oh, and now you're here to take me back. Well, maybe I don't want to go. Maybe I've got more here than I ever had at Seraph.
Would Vasily Savchenko agree with that? They executed him and dumped his body in a ditch.
That's not true.
Believe it. Unless these murderers have you so brainwashed, you don't mind building their toys.
It wasn't a toy. It was a software upgrade that limits functionalities in a biochip. They told me it was for crowd control. Is Vasily really dead? You saw the body?
What was left of it?
Oh my god. I should have listened to him.
Dr. Koven, if we can distract the guards, I may be able to reach Megan. Some staged incidents in the labs would do it. I've spoken with the others.
Declan and Eric. Of course. Interesting idea, Mr. Jensen. Ambitious, but risky. The timing will be critical.
I'll coordinate the attack. But you understand that this could all backfire.
I'm no shrinking violet, Mr. Jensen, but there may be another issue.
The GPLs, I know. I don't suppose you have a copy of Dr. Savchenko's viral program.
I see the others filled you in. Here. Upload it to the central security computer, and it'll scramble the scanners. They won't be able to track us.
Dr. Koven, I need to know I can trust you. You seemed pretty happy to be here until I told you about Dr. Savchenko.
It's been 6 months, Mr. Jensen. Not long for you, perhaps, but how long can a person live in constant fear? Once they took us out of isolation, it just seemed easier to concentrate on the work.
Did all of you feel that way?
Vasily didn't. Maybe not Declan either, but the work we do here, the discussions, and the theories. I thought Seraph's projects were far-reaching, but the experiments I've seen going on here, it's the kind of stuff DARPA dreams up every day.
Only without governmental oversight keeping you in line.
I suppose I'm just a typical scientist to you, right, Mr. Jensen? Blindly pushing boundaries? No care for who's footing the bill or how our discoveries get made?
We all have to live with ourselves at the end of the day, Dr. Colvin.
You're right, of course. But were things so different in Detroit? We all know where those Seraph contracts came from, don't we? You asked me if you could trust me. You can. But you better get on with this.
Perfect.
I'll be ready. If we're going... There's a...
Perfect.
I'll be ready.
Pritchard, are you still tracking the scientists?
Of course.
Simulate feedback along that route. Make it strong enough to vibrate their implants. They have to feel it.
A signal, eh? Not bad, Jensen. I'm sending it now.
Here is the introduction to the Namir boss fight. Actually, we had to manage to get two versions working because depending in Hengsha 2 if you went for the chip recall or not, whether you lose your augmentations or you keep them for the battle. And actually, the idea of losing all our augmentations for that boss fight was quite debated in the team. Like, it was a bold move.
It was a
go.
very bold move to basically strip the player from at least half of his experience in the game and force him to be clever about the weapons and just run around as much as he could to survive, whether to just use a cloak or any augmentations he's accumulated over the playthrough.
And also for you, as you were balancing the experience, the gameplay, it was tough because you had to make it like interesting if you have your augmentations, but if you don't have augmentations, it still need to be playable.
Yeah, well, it was always we knew the idea of the choice and consequence was always there, that if you don't have your augmentations, it was part of the player's choice. I mean, whether we knew it or not, it was still a discussion we had that if he had the augmentations, the combat would be much easier, and that's the point of augmentations. Whereas if you go with the non-augmentation, the challenge is there that you have to sort of survive as a bare human being. That's pretty much what happens depending on the choice you make.
Here is the introduction to the Namir boss fight. Actually, we had to manage to get two versions working because depending in Hengsha 2 if you went for the chip recall or not, whether you lose your augmentations or you keep them for the battle. And actually the idea of losing all our augmentations for that boss fight was quite debated in the team. Like, it was a bold move.
It was a very bold move to basically strip the player from at least half of his experience in the game and force him to use, be clever about the weapons, and well, just run around as much as he could to survive, whether to just use a cloak or any augmentations he's accumulated over the playthrough.
And here is the introduction to the Namir boss fight. Actually, we had to manage to get two versions working because depending in Hengsha 2 if you went for the chip recall or not, whether you lose your augmentations or you keep them for the battle. And actually the idea of losing all our augmentations for that boss fight was quite debated in the team. Like, it was a bold move.
It was a very bold move to basically strip the player from at least half of his experience in the game and force him to use, be clever about the weapons, and well, just run around as much as he could to survive, whether to just use a cloak or any augmentations he's accumulated over the playthrough.
And also for you, as you were balancing the experience, the gameplay, it was tough because you had to make it like interesting if you have your augmentations, but if you don't have augmentations, it still need to be playable.
Yeah, well, it was always we knew the idea of the choice and consequence was always there, that if you don't have your augmentations, it was part of the player's choice. I mean, whether we knew it or not, it was still a discussion we had that if he had the augmentations, the combat would be much easier, and that's the point of augmentations. Whereas if you go with the non-augmentation, the challenge is there that you have to sort of survive as a bare human being. That's pretty much what happens depending on the choice you make.
have your attention now.
Finish it.
Not until you tell me where Megan is.
You've lost her, Jensen. Men like us, we never get back the things we love.
So yeah, here it's one of the two versions of the cutscene where
meeting with Megan Reed.
we meet back with Megan Reed. It depends if you went for the chip recall or not, so it plays out a little bit differently. But that was a very, very difficult cutscene to make because it was at that point with all the twists or the intrigues of the game, of the story, were coming together, and now we were going into the final stage of closing the story. And
when you're dealing with the story, it's like everything is coming to a head, and there's a lot of information that is coming together at this point. And when we were first working out the story and working out the blueprint, I kept saying, guys, there's too much information. There's too many story beats that are being revealed in this scene. We're revealing the truth about Megan, we're revealing the truth about Adam's DNA and how it's been used, and we're ultimately revealing who the true villain is in this piece. And it's an awful lot of to communicate, and I just felt like we need to separate it. We need to have gameplay that separates those points.
And I remember you were the one pushing for it quite a lot, and I still wanted you to pull this off, because now we were to invent gameplay that didn't necessarily exist, or we didn't plan for anything, and it would have forced us to do filler stuff just to pace the information a little bit.
Yeah, so it was something, I mean, I have to admit, I was raising my objections from day one. I was raising it in story meetings, I was raising it in blueprint meetings, but ultimately what was coming down was, no, we have to get it all told in this, because we can't stretch the maps, we can't stretch the gameplay.
So from a creative standpoint, you were totally right. That was the wrong approach. But as we had to cut mini maps, and as we had to really close the deal with some of the game aspects and everything, it was the right call to make from a very, I would say, rational standpoint.
And actually, it was good we did it that early, because most likely would have had to cut all that gameplay that I thought was needed anyway, and then I would have had to rework the story. But at least this point, I knew up front, we got to make the scene work. Somehow, we have to make it work, and we did what we could.
Yeah.
You never said anything about this.
I'm going back for the scientists.
No, Adam. I know the complex better than you. I'll find them. There's a hangar bay through there. Get to its control room and retract the roof. Clear a path for us.
So like I was saying before, I always felt there should be gameplay separating that cutscene beats into certain things. And
Adam, I'm getting my team out of here. You have to go to Panchaea and stop you.
You and I aren't done with this, Megan.
I know how it looks, but you have to stop the broadcast. I think it's causing the new biochips to overstimulate the vagus nerve, creating terrifying hallucinations.
You mean it's driving augmented people insane?
Yes, and it's up to you to stop it. Use the Leo shuttle. It will take you to Panchaea. Good luck, Adam.
Sneak. I see you, sneaker. They're coming! Just get away from me. Stop running! I've got to do this. I don't want to have to do this.
Automated systems online. Darrow sequence 1, code 1, 1A. Set and ready to engage. Suborbital trajectory plotted. Destination, Panchaea. Begin countdown, Mr. Darrow.
Begin countdown.
Code 000. Confirm 0. Countdown commencing.
So to continue on the comment of the yellow shuttle and going into space, what was really exciting for me is that I really wanted players to be able to see the Earth and everything. And actually, that sequence was supposed to be
Slightly playable.
Slightly playable. You were supposed to be in first person in the cockpit and be able to look around through all the windows and see different sections of the Earth and everything. And as we produced a first version of it that was not playable, was just in cutscene, we didn't see the Earth really. And because we have constraint in time in producing it, and I was like, no, the whole point is to really have a glimpse of the Earth. You need to see it and everything.
I'm cutting you also to say that he's wearing a helmet in the trailer.
Yeah, and now he's reckless. And finally, like, we managed to show a bit more of the Earth. And now we were closing the deal on the Icarus myth, like in the actual myth. Icarus falls into the sea, and this is what's happening.
That was the entire idea.
Yeah.
Jensen, can you read me?
Barely. I've reached Panchaea, Pritchard. Any word from Sarah for the UN delegates?
Nothing. The installation went into lockdown shortly after Darrow gave his speech. I can't tell if anyone's even alive. And the signal's still broadcasting.
Meaning no one's safe till I get in there and shut it down.
You'll have to disengage the lockdown first. Look for a master control panel at the top of the tower.
This Panchea map, actually the first part of the map was, our intention was to have...
Pritchard, Panchea's broadcast center is at the base of the station near the bottom of the ocean. Is that right?
But the lockdown caused all the blast doors to seal. You won't be able to go down until you override them manually.
From up in the tower. I got it.
here we're very close by the first crazy that you can encounter if
And
you really
if I could just say,
explore. Yes.
I've always hated the name Crazies.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be. We unfortunately made the mistake of calling them Crazies in the production because they weren't supposed to be zombies. They weren't supposed to be crazy.
No.
The storyline is that they were supposed to have been in a state of terror. They're suffering terrible, terrible hallucinations, and everybody is acting out of fear. And when your gut instinct kicks in, when you're that terrified,
It's a
and
fight
many
or
of them
flight,
are,
yeah.
it's fight or flight, and many of the people are supposed to be these trained soldiers who are going to fight, and it's going to be very dangerous. But we made the mistake of calling them crazies. And when we called them crazies, everything just started going from there.
Yeah. So actually, and when we thought about them and everything because of the story, the AI that would be needed for them would be different than the rest of the game.
Definitely.
But since it was the only part of the game where you actually see them and a little bit in Omega Range, we couldn't put it as a priority. You have to have the AI for the rest of the game to be working super well before we get into
Yeah,
this.
you need the AI that you're going to see
Yeah.
98% of the time good.
Exactly. So it was the last thing that we really focused on, and like Mary said, like just because we were calling them crazies, it put everybody in a state of mind that they are crazy.
That they're just insane. and
Exactly, and
zombie,
it informed
crazy
the
things.
animation and all to go in that direction. And the thing is that back in the day when we were thinking about them, we didn't really have good references to base them on. And as they were done and everything, I saw an episode of French season 2 where I can't remember which episode it is, but you have these people who just go in hallucinating some stuff, and it makes them kill people just because they're in this fight or flight kind of moment, etc. And I was like, gosh, if I've seen it or if it had existed when we were talking about them, the crazies the way they are, they wouldn't exist. So.
I don't think you want to do that, Mr. Jensen. Disengage lockdown, and whatever demons this station contains are likely to come crashing out on us.
Afraid to die, Darrow? Or just unwilling to face what you've done?
Oh, I know what I've done, believe me. I take no pleasure in it.
And yet you still did it.
I did what had to be done. 20 years ago, I gave the world augmentation technology. I thought I was giving it a bright future, but instead I gave it the means to destroy itself. No law, no UN regulation was going to fix that.
People are dying out there. Hundreds of thousands of people driven to the brink of insanity because of you.
I had to convince the world. Before today, people believed we should steal fire from the gods and redesign human nature. Human nature is the only thing we have that gives us a moral compass and the social skills we need to live in peace. Destroy it, and you destroy our very species.
Don't paint yourself a savior in this. What you're doing is insane.
Is it? When this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you as they had planned, from the inside out. No one will be able to use the technology I invented to make others into beings they desire. Something we both know has happened already.
You think you're Frankenstein? Killing his own monster?
Actually, Mr. Jensen, I prefer to think of myself as Daedalus, watching helplessly as his child crashes into the sea.
I'm ending this. Now.
You can't. The signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility. Panchea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
But I won't. You think what I'm doing is extreme. You simply don't understand. For humanity to survive beyond this century, it must abandon ill-conceived notions about transcendence and embrace change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
You think humanity needs to be punished? Is that it? Pain is the only thing people understand? By the time this is over, there will be no humanity left to embrace your change. The stress and horror you forced us to live through will have ripped it out of us.
I knew there would be casualties, but I thought, over time, surely the human spirit can recover. Even as I listen to your words, I realize a cruel truth. No one else has the vision to see what I've seen, the will to do what I have done. You're all too weak, judging but never acting. None of you have the moral courage to see this through to its conclusion. Well, so be it.
You want us to see what you see. Fine. Our humanity is threatened because technology is messing with our minds. But how can we recognize this message when we're grieving over the people you forced us to leave behind? Friends and neighbors, people we care about. Is the image of their murders the vision you want us to have?
I have shown humanity the price of its complacency, the price of pride and arrogance. If people don't have the wherewithal to put aside their emotions and recognize that, I don't give a damn what vision they see. History shows us that every measured, reasonable approach to a global problem has failed, mired in apathy and inaction. Taggart would have us sit and debate while people like you continue to radically and fundamentally tear at the fabric of society. You'll never freely give up your augmentations, and your lust for superiority will destroy us all.
People like me? I'm no different than you, Darrow. I'm still a human being, just like all the men and women you're driving insane out there. Step back for just one moment and see it through our eyes. You've convinced yourself you're saving the world, but you're just lashing out in spite.
Lashing out in spite? Spare me your pathetic attempts at schoolboy psychology. You do not understand me. No one does. This conversation is a waste of time. You'll never see the big picture. You lack the intellect to understand what is at stake here. I will end this evolutionary horror in one stroke and return our species to a better state. An equal state, with only one human species to guide it.
You can't have the future, so no one can, is that it? Open your eyes, Darrow. Look at what your obsession is doing to the world. When all of this is over, nothing will be left but anarchy and fear, smoldering in the ashes of burning cities. How can anything be rebuilt from that?
Destruction is a necessary first step. Without destruction, there can be no reconstruction, no breaking free of the horrible road we have set ourselves on. If you cannot see that, then there's no use discussing this any further. Kill me if you wish, but I won't give you the security shutdown codes. I regret nothing I have done. The technology I created must be destroyed, and this is the only way I know to assure it. Go down there, Mr. Jensen. Go down to the core and see with your own eyes the horrors your precious future creates. I've made my choices. Now you must make yours. Put that away. 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 Go! See for yourself the future this technology offers. I wonder if it will give you nightmares, as it has me. Put that away.
Richard, the lockdown's disengaged. I'm heading back to the hangar to see if those blast doors are open. Have you been able to raise anyone?
I'm picking up several glimmers, but there's too much interference. I think you're on your own, Jensen.
Careful there, Francis. You almost sound like you regret that.
Just get away from Stand still. Stand. Please. Stop running! I don't want to. They're making me do it. Get away! Don't be difficult! Don't start. It will be easier. Get away! Get away!
This Panchea map, actually, the first part of the map was our intention was to have an eerie feeling, like when you get there, there's nothing happening, there's no life, there's
It's
it's empty. You just wonder what's going on and everything. And the goal was to make it very uncomfortable and make you like on your toes.
Yeah, creepy.
Not knowing what.
A bit
to
like
expect.
the beginning of Aliens, of the second Alien movie, when they get to the base, they don't know
there.
they don't know what's happened. There's supposed to be all those terraformers, all those employees, and it's just totally empty, and they don't know what happened. It was a bit the same idea.
Yeah, it's a good reference. It's exactly what we were. For us on the audio side, it was obviously a really fun, rich palette because you're like, okay, eerie. For me, I'm a huge horror fan, so that was great. And what we did is we knew we had the crazies in the map, so even though there's nothing going on, we added a lot of like little like whispers and just that whole cha 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 type thing in the ambience. Yeah, exactly. So that was great because you know what? It alluded to the crazies that we would soon be encountering, and you would hear them, and you're like JF said, where is everybody first? And what is that I'm hearing? And obviously I'm going to be finding out soon. So it was all about just creating and adding as much tension as we could because we really wanted the player to feel very uncomfortable here. As to like, you got this huge complex, where is everybody?
Yeah.
And it was, we're big fans of Resident Evil 4, and for us it was kind of our opportunity to have our little Resident Evil moment.
4 moment.
Pay homage.
Resident Evil 4 could be my best game of all time after Zelda: Link to the Past, probably. But enough with the plugs.
And the 3,000 other games that you said that were the best.
That are the best ones ever made. But then it's cool because then you go at the top of the tower, and then whatever happens with our friend Darrow, and then everything gets triggered, and then that's where the zombies come out.
Yeah.
You seem relatively normal, Nishvar?
Oh, things can...
Thankfully, I was able to bear...
No.
Yes, of course. I will remain here. You want to purchase more, Mr. Jensen? I will remain here.
This is William Taggart. If anyone out there is listening, I'm begging you, help. We've barricaded ourselves inside the core server room. Many of us are wounded. Please, save us. Please, save us.
No, there's no one here. Stay away! Don't hurt me! You!
Please come out! I have to do what they tell me!
Just play along. Is anybody there? Can you hear me? I've got survivors here. We've locked ourselves in a machine room. Please! Help us!
Here's what we call the Star Wars bridge, because it's kind of like reminiscing of these huge environments that you see in Star Wars, especially in the
Dead Star.
In the early ones, the Dead Star, and probably also the Cloud City and stuff like that. There's huge cylinders with like a little bridge and stuff like that. The idea here, I think, could have been implemented a bit better, but the idea is that we're actually between like the walls of Panchea, the actual rim of the cylinders. We are inside this rim. It's almost as if the early parts of the level were on the exterior part of the walls, and then we need to take a bridge that crosses that wall that brings us into the hollow part of the cylinder to take the big elevator that's going to bring us down. So the idea was to understand that every like gigantic engineering feat, like such as Panchea, or like a big dam or something like that, you can actually go inside the structure. Like literally, it's hollow inside. It's not just pure concrete. And there's major installations, bridges, stairs, pipes, like for maintenance, and that's kind of where you're at in that section. So it's pretty cool. If you look left, if you look right, you see that it just keeps on going really far, and it starts curving because it follows obviously the curve of the circle. So it's a pretty neat place.
And that bridge also, a lot of players went into like, oh, I cannot continue to play stealth, but actually you can continue to play stealth. Like even though there's a throng of crazies, sorry Mary, that are out there. If you're really patient and you really think it through and use all the tools you have, you can really go past them without being noticed.
You can go under the bridge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go down and there's like, on the side or something like that, yeah.
You'll never get me! Go away, Ghost! Go away! Go! Don't scare me! Ah! Ah!
So that's the big elevator scene where we actually go technically. Well, if you remember the comment I had with the hacker scene where I was telling the cinematic director that he couldn't use guns, actually this is the only cutscene in the game where he managed to convince me to make Jensen use a gun, because he was able to justify it with the dead people. It was taken on the ground and he throws it away before the end of the cutscene. So
we actually had to write it into the cutscene for it that he would find the dead body and find the gun.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what I remember about this particular room is the concept for the High Ground project was originally much bigger. It was supposed to be men and women who were being kind of attached to this computer, and that this entire room would be something reminiscent for me of the Matrix with all the pods and all that. But in the end, I think for production reasons, it ended up getting cut down to just being, the 3 women at the base. And I'm sure there are other High Ground projects within the confines of the station as well, but here's the center core.
And from the audio side, this was probably the most challenging map that we had to work with. Numerous reasons. There's a lot of things I love about it. I remember giving the guys the request saying for the drones, I really wanted what I called the poltergeist effect. If you go back to the movie Poltergeist, where she's trapped in the TV, and it's almost, they call it a reverse delay, where you hear this voice coming in and then the real voice comes in. I knew right away I wanted that type of effect for the drones. And managing one of the guys on my team, Yoann Boudreau, I think he lost a year of sleep just trying to get this scene to work, because there were so many technical problems with the way it had been constructed. It was constructed so it would work, but without audio in mind, and then he had to find about 100 different workarounds. And there's so many sounds going on. Zhao, talking, the turrets going around. Pretty much just so much sound to manage, and he had a really hard time, and I got to give him a lot of credit. Like, getting this map to kind of work and not sound like just a huge mess was amazing.
And the other interesting audio trick we did was the women's voices. We actually had 2 different women doing the High Ground voices, one of whom does all the computers in the game, and the other one actually plays Megan Reed.
Alpha Pod security in place. To access Alpha Pod, purge tertiary pod.
I must be the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the Council will welcome me with open arms. No! Protect Mother! Stay away! Stay away! Bad man is here. Why does he want to kill us? Kill him. Warning. You have to have been better served keeping your heads down,
Part 1. Safety purge.
I'll do it, Mother. Just don't hurt anymore. Just no more pain. Please keep him away from us. Security measures are sufficient. Insufficient.
Contamination.
Once the weight of your gaze touches you.
1. Manual override of tertiary pods initiated. Total system purge in effect. Shutting down tertiary stations. Warning. Electrical charges are critical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
Where did you get that code?
Alpha Pod security in place. To access Alpha Pod, purge tertiary pods.
I must be the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the Council will welcome me with open arms.
Contamination.
No! Protect Mother! Stay away! Stay away!
Bad man is here. Why does he want to kill us? Kill him. 1. Manual override of tertiary pods initiated. Total system purge in effect. Shutting down tertiary station. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
Where did you get that gold? From that fool, Daryl. You will not stop me, Jensen. How did you... How did you compromise? No, wait. It's initiating emergency protocol. You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite your special genetics, you have been in over your head the whole time.
Alpha pod security in place. To access Alpha pod, purge tertiary pods. Contamination.
I must be the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the council will welcome me with open arms. Why does he want to kill us? Kill him. You have to have the best.
One. Manual override of tertiary pods initiated. Total system purge in effect. Shutting down tertiary stations. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Alpha pod security in place. To access Alpha pod, purge tertiary pods.
I must be the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the council will welcome me with open arms. No! Mother! Stay away! Stay away! The bad man is here. Why does he want to kill us? Kill him. You have to have been better served keeping your head down, I'll do it, Mother. Just don't hurt anymore. Just no more pain. Please keep him away from us. Security measures are sufficient. Insufficient.
Contamination. Pod.
Once the weight of your gaze touches you, there is no escape.
Warning. Pod 2 safe.
Hydrostatic pressure rising. Can't breathe. It hurts. It hurts.
In system.
Iron is weakening.
Rerouting. Connection.
I'm regaining control. I must. Ah!
Reroute complete.
Look at what they've done. I don't like it here. I don't like it. It's so cool down here. Dirk, show us the light, Mother. Where's the light? I'm lost entirely.
In system. Rerouting. Connection. Reroute complete. Disabled. Power surge detected. Warning. Electrical charge separator and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
It's happening! Honey, it's compromised! No! Wait! It's initiating emergency protocols! Ah! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite those special genetics, you have been in over your head the whole time! Initiate dissipation protocol! There is no way you can defeat the system.
Nothing you can do to stop what?
Alpha Pod security in place. To access Alpha Pod, purge tertiary pods.
I must be the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the Council will welcome me with open arms. No! Protect Mother! Stay away! Stay away! Madman is here. Why does he want to kill us? Kill him. You have been better served keeping your head down. Mother, just don't hurt anymore.
System.
Our mind is weakening.
Rerouting. Connect.
I'm gaining control.
Reroute. In system.
Rerouting. Connection. Reroute complete.
Hydrostatic pressure rising. Can't breathe. It hurts. It hurts so much. Systems are. My organic systems are just. Stress will compromise. Do you see where honor and ambition lead you? To a hole miles deep in the ocean, about to meet your end. And harvest. What they've done. I don't like it here. I don't like it.
Show us the light, Mother! The light!
signs fluctuate.
Been awake for so long. Tired. System monitors online constantly. There's too much to keep track of.
Warning. Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above abnormal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequencing. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
It's happening. Time is gone from us. No, wait. It's initiating emergency protocols. You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite their special genetics, you have taken over their whole town. Initiate distribution protocol. See, there is no way you can defeat the system. There is nothing you can do to stop me.
Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence. Warning. Primary pod compromised. Secondary security measures activated. Evacuate area.
We cannot reach you, Jensen. There are too many things in the system. You and I have both failed.
Alpha pod security in place. To access Alpha pod, purge tertiary pods.
I must be the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the council will welcome me with open arms. No! Mother! Stay away! Stay away! The madman is here. Why does he want to kill us? Kill him. You have to have been better served keeping your head down, Jensen. I'll do it, Mother. Just don't hurt anymore. Just no more pain. Please keep him away from us. Security measures are sufficient. Sufficient.
Error in system.
Chiron is weakening.
Rerouting connection.
Regaining control.
Error in system. Rerouting.
Connection. Reroute complete.
Do you see where honor and ambition lead you? To a hole miles deep in the ocean, about to meet your end. And powerless. Look at what they've done. I don't like it here. I don't like it.
Warning. Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequence. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising.
It's happening. Harlan is compromised. No, wait. It's initiating emergency protocols. Ah! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite your special genetics, you have been in over your head the whole time. Initiate dissipation protocol. There is no way you can defeat this system. There is nothing you can do to stop me.
Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence. Warning. Primary pod compromised. Secondary security measures activated. Evacuate area.
You still cannot reach me, Jensen. There are too many contingencies built into the system. You and I have both failed.
Alpha pod security in place. To access Alpha pod, purge tertiary pods.
I must be the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the council will welcome me with open arms. No! Protect Mother! Stay away! Stay away!
Batman is here. Why does he want to kill us?
Kill him. You have been better served keeping your head down, Jensen.
Diagnostic. Error in system.
Iron is weakening.
Rerouting connection.
Gaining control. I must.
Reroute complete.
Once the weight of the gates touches yours, there is no escape. Hydrostatic pressure rising. Can't breathe. It hurts. It hurts so much. The systems are. My organic systems are distressed and traumatized.
Warning.
Do you see where honor and ambition lead you?
Error in system. Rerouting connection. Reroute complete. Contamination.
Show us the light, Mother! Where's the light? I must fight this. I must succeed. can't I move? ACHE levels are critically low. How much longer will it be, Mother? I want to go home!
I have no choice but to eliminate you. You have ruined everything.
Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequencing. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
It's happening. Harriet is compromised. No, wait. It's initiating emergency protocols. You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite your special genetics, you have been in over your head the whole time. Initiate dissipation protocol. There is no way you can defeat the system. There is nothing you can do to stop me.
Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence. Alpha pod security in place. To access Alpha pod, purge tertiary pods.
I was going to alter the signal. Once I do, the council will welcome me with open arms.
Mother! Stay away! Stay away! Bad man is here. Why does he want to kill us? Kill him.
You have been better served keeping yourself down.
Error in system.
Iron is weakening.
Rerouting connection.
Regaining control.
Reroute. Error in system. Rerouting connection.
Reroute complete.
Once the weight of these days touches you, there is no escape.
Hydrostatic pressure. Rising. Here. Breathe. It hurts. It hurts. What? The systems are... My organic systems under stress will acclimatize.
Do you see? Where honor and ambition lead you to a whole miles deep in the ocean, about to meet your end. And powerless.
Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
It's happening! Harriet is compromised! No, wait! It's initiating emergency protocols! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite your special genetics, you have been in over your head the whole time. Initiate dissipation protocol. See, there is no way you can defeat the system. There is nothing you can do to stop me.
Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence. Alpha pod security in place. To access Alpha pod, purge tertiary pods.
I must be going to alter the signal. Once I do, the council will welcome me with open arms.
No! Protect Mother! Stay away! Stay away! The bad man is here. Why does he want to kill us? Kill him.
Diagnostic errors in system.
Iron is weakening.
Rerouting connection.
I'm gaining control. I must. Ah!
Reroute complete.
Once the weight of their gaze touches you, there is no escape.
Contamination. Diagnostic error in system. Rerouting connection. Reroute complete.
Do you see where honor and ambition lead you? To a hole miles deep in the ocean, about to meet your end. And powerless.
They ruined me.
Look at what they've done!
I don't like it here. I don't like it.
It's so cool down here.
Show us the light, Mother. Where's the light?
Warning. Pod 2.
I must fight this. I must succeed.
Warning. Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequencing. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
It's happening. Iron is gone from us. No, wait. It's initiating emergency protocols. You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite my special genetics, you have been in over your head the whole time. Initiate dissipation protocol. You see, there is no way you can defeat the system. There is nothing you can do to transform.
Alpha pod security in place. To access Alpha pod, purge tertiary pods.
I must be the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the council will welcome me with open You have to have invented, sir. Keeping your head down.
Warning. Manual override of tertiary pods initiated. Total system purge in effect. Shutting down tertiary stations. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
Where did you get that cold? From that fool, Daryl. This will not stop me, Jensen. It's happening. Hiding is compromised. No, wait. It's initiating emergency protocols. Ah! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite your special genetics, you have been in over your head the whole time.
Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence.
Damn you, Daryl. You betrayed them.
Warning. Primary pod compromised. Secondary security measures activated. Evacuate area.
You cannot leave me, Jensen.
There are too many contingencies built into the system. You and I have both failed.